He was diagnosed with Angelman syndrome probably around almost 2 years old, 18 months, 2 years old. And he had low-grade seizures, so he was on seizure medications, but they were somewhat controlled. The seizures spiraled out of control. Our baby was dying in front of us. He was flopping on the floor, having grand mal seizures. His body was shutting down. He lost his motor function, so he wasn't able to chew because that's a motor function, so he was losing more weight. He wasn't walking. He wasn't sleeping, so the lack of sleep caused more seizures, and the seizures were keeping him up, so it was just this vicious cycle. He's 6 years old, and I whispered in his ear, I said, "Mommy's gonna figure this out." So now we're at November of 2010. I went to my anti-aging conference, and I went up to a physician, and I said, "This is what's going on with my son." His recommendation was to reach out to a neurolipid research specialist. We found this particular neurolipid research specialist online. I called her up, and I'm in this panic mode, and she was very calm, this calming voice on the other end of the line. She says, "Yeah, we can take care of that." Did some research and learned about lipid therapies, essential fatty acid therapies. I did blood work, did laboratory data. Based on the labs, I put him on a specific eating plan and supplements, and within 48 to 72 hours of starting a new eating plan, Harley was seizure-free and off seizure medications, and that was January of 2011. We're now in 2023, and he has remained seizure-free and off seizure medications since that time. I had to figure out how to save my son, and I learned about lipid therapies, and that completely transformed my whole medical practice. It just goes back to when you get to the root cause, and when you take a look at what's happening on a cellular level and you repair cellular function, the body turns around. It's nothing magical, nothing mystical. It's just medicine according to normal human physiology. So over the years, since he's been seizure-free, he was in a special needs soccer league. He did that for a while. He loves people. He loves being around other kids. He does well in school. He's a little smart cookie. So I'm just continuing to do what we're doing. Eating plan supplements, keep him in therapies, keep him surrounded by things that continue to support his growth, and we'll see where it takes us. He's graduated from high school. He was prom king last year, so that was really great. He can feed himself. He can get his socks on. They may be on backwards, but he gets them on. I'm so grateful that he's able to walk. He can walk from his room to the car, put on his seatbelt, shut the door. He follows instructions to the best of his ability. And with the advances with modern technology, he's able to communicate with an iPad. So that's really huge. As Harley's mom, it has really been my focus to allow Harley to be as independent as he possibly can be. You never know what someone's full potential is unless you give them an opportunity to figure that out. I recognized my own mortality when it became very clear that I have a special needs son. And automatically it was like, well, who's going to take care of him when I'm gone? Who's going to take care of my son when I'm gone? And that is, as a mom, that's a terrifying thought. So I took a look at my own mortality and what do I need to do to optimize my health and wellness so that I can be around to take care of my son